Hello. Wow, how time flies. And now we are into the second month of 2021. Woo! And good evening to all of you in North America. And of course, good morning from Malaysia. It is always great and very exciting for me to be up here on a monthly basis to meet up with all of you here who are really very passionate and eager to have breakthrough and achieve success. And I believe all of you who are listening to me and to all of us here are really prepared and having the strong mindset that you should be one of the master and presidential master in the next 3 to 5 years. If I may remind you that I've been repeating this regularly all the time, whether through a Q&A session or whether through the 6 hours workshop that I've done, or maybe over the months that I've been up here, directly or indirectly, I've been reminding about becoming a master and also a presidential master. And the time frame should be in between 3 to 5 years or earlier. That means it's either you do it in the time frame of 3 years or latest 5 years. And some of you can even achieve it much faster and much earlier. And I have been grounded in Malaysia for the last 1 year plus, couldn't travel, but like I said, the time frame to become a master and presidential master, and frankly, to me, it is not master, it's presidential master in 3 to 5 years. Okay, and I remember I also did talk about the 0 to millions, building from 0 to more than a million turnover a month in the next 3 to 5 years as well. And we have leaders who have done it much earlier in my team. I mean, some in Malaysia and also some in Taiwan who have achieved more than a million turnover a month within 3 to 5 years or even lesser than 3 years. So it means that everything is possible. The only thing that we need to do is to make sure that we have the right mindset. Of course, it starts off with the firm decision that we want to make it happen, and with the right mindset, with the right strategies, the right system, and the right coaching and teaching and efforts and consistent effort that we put in, we should be able to achieve it on time or earlier. Now, in my dictionary, there is no such thing as delaying. It is always on time or earlier. On time or earlier. So set this in your mind. Everything that you want to achieve it on time or earlier. So always surprise yourself with earlier achievement. Say, for example, you have set your goal to be a master in November 2021. Then you can do it anytime before November 2021. Do it earlier and surprise yourself. Okay, as long as your effort is consistent and massive enough, you should be able to do it faster than you think that you can. Okay, so today, let's go to something that I call the psychology of inviting. Now, I have break down my training modules to suit this MC mentor session on a monthly basis. I'd like to start off with something very, very elementary and very, very basic. Now, I think it is very important that you have heard again just now from Caroline that there's nothing new, frankly, but we have to renew it in our mind and in our thinking all the time. Even though we have heard it before, we have probably even said it before to our downlines, but sometime along the way, we lost it. We lost it maybe because we were not doing it anymore, or maybe we were not talking about it, or maybe we didn't duplicate it to the people in our team. So sometimes we lost it. So for me, for the last 32 years, whatever I started from the day one, 32 years ago until today, have been intact, and I put it into a very systematic modules for whoever who say yes to an opportunity. There are always modules for them to follow. And this is the very basic and elementary module. I call it the psychology of inviting. Okay, so don't worry about the word psychology. Now, the word psychology sound like a big words, but actually it is all about thinking. It is all about what should be in your thoughts and what should you prepare yourself mentally and what should you have in your mind when you want to invite people. Now, the inviting simply means inviting people to join you in Shaklee business and also inviting people to grow and become masters and presidential masters like you, or for those of you who are not yet masters, you can tell them that you can invite them to come along, to go for a better future together and become master together. Okay, so I have it. I have this various type of prospect, or I call it the potential BLs and KBL. Now, I think by now you already know what is BL and what is KBL. Now, anyway, for the benefits of those who may not know yet, or maybe it's listening to me for the first time. Now, what is BL and what is KBL? BL is called business leaders. Okay, KBLs is key business leaders. So, what is the difference in between business leaders and key business leaders? Now, my last 32 years in my Shaklee experience and building a team in Malaysia and so in Taiwan, I have learned that not everyone will ultimately become very, very successful in Shaklee, because they have got to decide what they want. They have got to put themselves into a position and into a situation and also the right mindset to actually make it very big. So along the year, I have also discovered that I may have wasted some time with people who actually do not want to go very big, but I put a lot of effort and time on them. Hopefully, they want to make it big, which it will not happen, because I can only encourage, I can only inspire, I can only remind, but I cannot make them successful, because the decision have got to come from them, have got to come from their decision, and it have got to be a firm one, and then they have got to make the commitment and devotion to make it happen. Otherwise, I can say it for 1,000 times that I want to see them as a master or presidential master. It will still not happen unless they want it themselves. Okay, so that's why this category of people are people who are with us, but they are not going big. They are not talking about building a large organization, but they are just happy selling Shaklee products, earning a couple of $1,000 a month. Probably if they are good in selling, they might be even teaching some people to do the same thing, which is selling also. And probably they might earn a couple of 10,000 maybe a month and so. Okay, so these are the people that I call them business leaders, because they don't have the same language like what I say all the time. My language is to grow and to become a master coordinator. I don't just talk about selling products alone. I talk about moving products by building huge network. You see, we don't have to go for hard selling. We don't have got to go purposely just to move or to sell Shaklee products. But we just have got to keep promoting the potential of the opportunity and the greatness of the future that we can experience through Shaklee opportunity. And the great support of this opportunity is our great products. And that's where people use the products. They look at the opportunity, they start using the products. And when the product works, it pushes them further to be more passionate to build the business. And that's how they grow. Okay. But if you just talk about the products alone, then you will discover that you will have a big pool of consumer, and consumer are people who may not take a lot of Shaklee products, because consumer are always the one who will have budget on things that they want to spend on, and Shaklee product may be just one of the things that they want to buy and use, so they'll have certain budget for that. But when you are dealing with business builder or business leader or key business leader, people who really drive the business, they will not have limit. They will always invest more on their health by using Shaklee products. And also any of Shaklee products that is in the price list, they will also buy and use. They are not like those purely consumer. They will just buy a certain small range of Shaklee products. So there's a big difference here. So if you want to generate big volume, you must have a big pool of KBLs, key business leader. That means leaders who are talking about success, leaders who are talking about becoming a master, leaders who are talking about growing and becoming very successful. Okay, so people who are KBL are people who are attached to the activities, who attend the MC mentor, who will do the weekly activities, and also who will be conducting coaching for their team and so on and so forth. So these are KBL who will grow and grow big. So by saying this, I just want you to know that if you are currently not a KBL, don't worry. You can always upgrade yourself to be a KBL by following whatever being suggested to you by your upline leaders who are already KBL. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the variety of prospect, or I would say potential BLs and KBLs that you can invite to join us. And I break it into 10 different categories, which I'm going to go into detail one by one later. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And number 1 is called those who know about Shaklee. That means those who already heard about Shaklee before, those who have not heard about Shaklee, those who have network marketing experiences, those who are new to the network marketing industry, those who are already financially healthy or rich, those who are having financial needs, and those who are business owner already, and those who are under employment. That means those who are now still working for other people, or what you call collecting paycheck on a monthly basis, and those who are currently having health challenges, and those who are purpose oriented. So I have 10 of this category whom I think is almost all of the categories that you may face, you know, when you go and talk to people. And you just have to see which category they are in, and you can actually adopt some of my suggestions today so that you can invite them effectively. Okay, so how to invite, and I would want to focus more on the pre-invitation. You know, what should you do or say, or things that you should say or do to invite them. So that's what I call the pre-invitation. Okay, so if you're ready, let us go to the number 1 category. Okay, the number 1 category is what we call those who know about Shaklee. Now, Shaklee being around for the last 65 years by now in North America, and it's been 35 years in Malaysia. So there are people who already heard about Shaklee before, especially in Malaysia, because our population here is not very big. We have only about 32 million population in Malaysia. So over the last 30 odd years in Malaysia, Shaklee have been heard by many, you know. So that's why we tend to bump into people who say, oh yeah, I know Shaklee, I heard about Shaklee, or maybe I have been told about Shaklee, and so on and so forth. And I do not know whether this scenario is very frequent or not in North America, but I believe you should be able to meet some of them like this, because as time go by, as Shaklee getting very, very, very big and famous, you know, you're going to meet some of these people. Okay, so for those who already know about Shaklee or maybe heard about Shaklee, first of all, you have to ask if they have joined and used the product before. You know, we want to know their history. If they say, oh, Shaklee, you know, when you give them your name card, and if they say, oh, Shaklee, so that means you have to ask, but oh, by the way, you heard about Shaklee, and have you joined, and have you been a consumer of Shaklee? You can ask questions like that. Number 2, ask about the experience with Shaklee. If they have some experience with Shaklee, for example, they have used the products before, or maybe they have joined the business before, you know, you might want to ask them about their experience so that you listen up to them. You know, why are they not using the product now, or why are they not being active in the business anymore now, or so on and so forth. And invite them to rediscover Shaklee if they have unpleasant experience. You know, some people may have some unpleasant experience. No, the unpleasant experience may not come because of Shaklee product problems or the company problem. But most of the time I discovered unpleasant experience may come from leaders who actually talk to them, because the wrong conduct, the wrong behaviors may give people unpleasant experience. For example, there are still people who join Shackley, but they are still adopting the hard selling method. Well, they push product, they just go and see their friend, they load their friend with a lot of products, or maybe ask them to buy up big inventory and so on and so forth. So all these things are the things that may give people unpleasant experience. Okay, so you may want to invite them to rediscover Shackley if they do have this unpleasant experience. And of course, if they are not Shackley distributors, then of course you can invite them to join and explore Shackley opportunity. That means if they are not yet a Shackley member or Shackley distributor, you can always say, why don't you give yourself a chance, enroll as a Shackley member, or a Shackley distributor, so that you can explore the opportunity through the website, and also through me sharing or maybe guiding you in exploring the opportunity. And then you can invite them to attend the SDFG next regular core activities. Now, I know now we have also very regular activities in North America. In Malaysia, I have weekly meetings, monthly seminars, all those things. So these are our core activities that I would want to invite them. For example, our Monday meeting and the Wednesday meeting. So every time if I have met people, say on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will always talk to them about our Monday meeting. I'll invite them immediately for the next one, the following one. I say, hey, by the way, every Monday, and you are just at the corner, because now today is Friday. So the coming Monday, we are going to have a great session because we are going to hear from who and who. You can promote the speakers and whoever, so that you can invite them to log in Zoom, or if you're already conducting live session like what I did before, and of course now still. Sometimes I still do live session in a very small group in my house, can also do that. Okay, invite them to attend, to explore through that. Okay, so these are for people who already know about Shackley. Now, the next one is those who have not heard about Shackley. People have not heard about Shackley, maybe people who have also not active, or maybe not heard at all about this strength of the industry, I mean the network marketing industry. So for those who have not heard about Shackley, this is what we can do. Okay, we should not rush into sharing about Shackley. Sometimes we get overexcited, we meet people, we want to relate, we want to talk about Shackley immediately. But my suggestion is do not rush into sharing about Shackley. Instead, find out if they are familiar about network marketing. We want to know about their knowledge of network marketing. They may not heard about Shackley, but they may be exposed to network marketing. So it is important that we actually get to know them before we actually share with them what we want to share with them. So find out if they are familiar with network marketing, and then ask their opinion about network marketing and their involvement, if any. Okay, so if they say, yeah, I heard about network marketing and I've attended some meetings, my friend invited me or whatsoever, then you ask them, then what do you think about network marketing? And listen to them. Every time after you ask, please don't say anything further. Listen to them. Because by listening, you can get a lot of what you call thing that is actually already in their mind. Because people, when they speak, they actually speak their mind. Whatever is in their mind will be out verbally. Okay? So from the way they talk to you, you can know whether they are positive about the industry, or they are neutral, or they are very passive and negative about the industry. Okay, so if they were involved in any network marketing before, then you can ask about their involvement. Ask them how long have they been involved. What they have achieved there, or didn't they pursue and continue what they have involved before and all those things. So ask more so that you know their background, you know their experience, and when you share, you can actually use the right words and you can actually move into the right area to emphasize so that it will not bore them, or maybe it will not make them have the same feeling like what they had before. Okay, so ask if they are on food supplement. Okay, for those who have not heard about Shaklee, you may not say, hey, Shaklee product is good. Why don't you use the products? The products, I've been using it for a long time. No need to talk like this. Just ask them, by the way, are you on any food supplement? Because nowadays, most people are already on some kind of food supplement. So if they say, yes, I'm using some products, or maybe I bought it off the shelf or whatever, then your response should not be running down anything that they are using. You should be congratulating them. You should say, if they say they are on some kind of food supplement, you should say congratulations. At least you know that investing on your health is very important and you're already doing the right thing. You see, you congratulate them for their right act, not for the brand that they are using. So when you congratulate them for their right action of investing on their health with food supplement, it simply means that you tell them they are doing the right thing. So people like to be told that they are right. So when you told them like this, or when you talk to them like this, they will feel good. And when they feel good, after that, when you invite them to explore what you have, then definitely they will at least give it a go. Okay, so that's very important. That's called reverse psychology sometimes. And invite them to explore Shaklee opportunity through either a one-on-one sharing, and one-on-one sharing can be through a live sharing. If they are nearby your area, you can meet up and talk to them. Or maybe through a Zoom session, okay, Zoom one-on-one, or a house meeting, or is more popularly called in-home presentation. You can do that also. And then, of course, you can also invite them to our weekly opportunity meeting. We call it SDFG Weekly Amazing Discovery. Now, our opportunity meeting night is called Amazing Discovery. That means you invite people to discover something amazing for them. All right. So you can have at least these three methods that you can invite them to explore the opportunity. If they are reluctant, of course, then you've got to do your follow up, build a further stronger bond with them, and then do follow up. But if they are not, then at least they will log in, or maybe they will attend one of your sessions, and then after that, you follow up later. Okay, so now those who have network marketing experiences. So we know that in the network marketing industry have been around for a long, long time, 65, 66, 67, or maybe longer. Prior to Shaklee, they are already direct selling, like Tupperware and all those things. Avon and so on and so forth. So some people may have already involved, in some of these things before, and some are directly involved and some are indirectly involved. Now, what do we mean by indirectly involved? Now, indirectly involved simply means they may not be the one who really promote the products and opportunity, but they will pull to the meeting, or maybe they will approached by their friends, and they became a member and just oblige your friend to join and buy some products to use. And also those are the people who are indirectly involved. Those who are directly involved are people who have identified this industry as a good industry and have actually picked a company and involved in it. Okay, so those are called directly involved. So those who who have experiences in network marketing, this is how we can handle them. A few things that we do. Number one, ask about their experiences, either good or bad. Ask. That means that do not go straight to presentation and sharing. Instead, ask them about their experiences with network marketing. And you can use the feel, felt, found principle. Now, what do I mean by the feel, felt, found? Now, you can always, if they have bad experience, if they say, "Oh no, I hate it," I don't like it, I think this industry is a scam, people are trying to make money out of somebody else and so on. So they may say negative thing, then you can say, "Oh, I'm sorry that you have this experience, because I actually feel the same way when I was approached, and I have these bad feelings before, and I discover, or I found out that what I perceive about the industry and the opportunity in the industry were actually not so accurate until I discover something so different through Shackley, or through being involved or being invited to explore an opportunity through Shackley or something like that." So you can use a few file principle, and then of course congratulate them if they have done well, and ask if they are still open to explore Shackley opportunity. Now, if they say they have done well in that company, if they have been making money and so on and so forth, don't just shut your mind off immediately. Sometimes people may verbally tell you that they are doing well, but actually they may not. Actually, they may be what they call not happy with what they are doing or what they have been achieving, or maybe not happy with the upline leaders, or not happy with the company that they're involved in. You never know. So you have still to ask if they are still open to explore Shackley opportunity. Now, if they say, yeah, why not? Then you still invite them to explore. But if they say, no, I think I'm happy, I'm happy with what I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and build it big here. Of course, then you say, okay, all the best. Why don't we keep in touch as a friend? Maybe we can learn from each other. Okay. Now, the next one is never fall into comparing mode. Now, when you have people who tell you that they are involved in some kind of network marketing, or maybe they even tell you the company that they're involved with, please do not fall into comparing mode. Do not compare the opportunity. Do not compare the compensation plan. Do not compare the products. Now, simply because any time that you offer any comparison, you may end up with some running down and argument. So always remember, when you are good, you don't have to compare. People need to compare is because they are not as good. That's why they have to compare with something better. So to me, Shackley is up here. So I will never want to compare with anything down here. Okay? So I will always respect whatever that they say, listen to whatever they say, and then I will do the same like what I did just now. I will say, hey, congratulations, at least this industry is something that you should be involved in, and an industry that can bring you financial freedom, and of course you're also investing what they call healthcare products on your health. Congratulations for doing that. That is the right act, and if you are still open to explore the opportunity I have, then I would like to share with you what is the strength of Shackley. Instead of comparing, you should say like what I said just now. Okay? And of course, invite them to explore when they are ready. Sometimes if they are not ready, don't push, but keep in touch. I have many that I have approached before and I've met before who were involved in other network marketing, and I keep in touch with them, and sometimes they even, because when they find out that I'm very successful with Shackley, they even appoint me as their mentor. And I don't mind, even though they are not doing building the business with me, they are doing in another company. But when they ask me things, ask my opinion, I always share it with them. And over the years, I do have some of them, who have stopped doing what they have been doing, and now they are open to explore Shackley. So you never know. I have never wait for them, but the timing. Sometimes, if you don't keep in touch when the timing is right, when they are ready, they may not think of you. They may go to another one, or maybe they may join another company that they will approach. Okay, but if you have done a good relationship with them and keep in touch with them, chances are they will think about you. If they still want to be in the industry and they just want to move to another better opportunity, then they will think about you because you have give them good impression. And I'm sure when people like you, they will not stay away from you. They will want to come to you. So invite them to explore when they are ready. Don't force and push them. And you can leave them some reading materials. You know, these are the few things that I like to leave behind to people who didn't say yes to me, but are also positive in the industry because they are already involved in some others company, or maybe who are involved before and no more involved in network marketing, and they are currently not fully open to explore another opportunity in this industry. Then I will actually say, hey, why not I let you have this book so that you can read it and give me some opinion. Okay, so book like this, the Shaklee story is one of the books that I always want to give them to read. And then if they are already using other brand of food supplement, I find that this is a good booklet by Dr. Bruce Miller on the Shaklee difference, which I've been using it all these years, you know, to let them know why Shaklee is different. And then sometimes to those who are able to appreciate something, what they call better than just money making and all those things, you know, I will tell them about the thoughtsmanship for well-being. And I also invite them to explore Shaklee through listening to my session on thoughtsmanship, because every month I have a 1.5 hour session of thoughtsmanship for well-being session, you know, and chapter by chapter, because there are 12 chapters here, and every month I will illustrate one chapter, you know, in the seminars, you know, in our monthly seminars. So I will invite them to actually attend that one. And now because we are doing through Zoom, and I will invite them to log in to listen to me. And sometimes people get attracted to the thoughtmanship session that I conduct, and they are so open to explore Shaklee, because if they can get through me, if they like what I'm doing, if they like what I'm saying and what I'm doing and coaching and teaching, they would also want to see what I represent and why I'm representing it, like Shaklee. Okay, so this is how what you can do if you want to leave something behind. And then if you leave something behind, please remember to tell that, okay, I can loan you this book for a week, and then I will come back to you, you know, to ask your opinion about this book, you know, or what you have discovered through this book. So do not just give it to them and then for maybe years or maybe months or so you never come, you go back to them. So give something, leave something behind so that you have a chance to meet them in a short period of time again for the second time, and probably by then they are more open if they would have read this book. Okay, all right. So now the next one is those who are new to network marketing industry. That means those who are never involved before and they are still very new. Maybe they are busy working, doing something else, and network marketing have never came into their life before. You know, so these are the people that you can do this. Number one, ask about their perception towards the industry. You know, some of them they are new, you know, but they may have heard a bit here and there about the industry. So it will still be good to ask about their perception. How do they perceive this industry? You know, and we want to know whether their perception about the industry is positive, negative, right or not so right, or very wrong, or something like that. So that's why it's important to ask questions. And then when they are ready to explore, then you can share about the strength of the industry, the Shaklee difference, and also the SDFG difference. Now, I always say when they are ready to explore, it means to say we should not force sharing. That means we should not like do what we should do before we actually inspire them to open their mind to explore. Then we already say something. So that means do not jump the gun. do not go immediately into sharing Shaklee opportunity and products until their mind is open to explore. Okay, so when they are ready, if you have done what you have done, and if they are ready, then you can share about the strength of the industry. You can talk about the Shaklee, why Shaklee is so different, and then you can talk about the team different. For me, I always talk about the SDFG different. Why Shaklee Dynamic Family Global is so different. So all these are lined up in this presentation. So that's why this is one of the duplication PowerPoint that we make sure that each and every distributors or leaders in our team get very familiar with the contents, learn how to present it effectively, and then know everything that is what you call presented here, so that they are able to guide through everything about the Shaklee difference, the industry strength, and also the SDFG difference. So this presentation format is being a very standardized format that it take only about 20-25 minutes, and the maximum 30 minutes you should be able to cover everything inside here. Okay, including the opportunity, the products, and also the health checklist and so on and so forth. Okay, all right. And of course, invite them to explore. Invite them to explore and experience the different through the SDFG core activities. So we want them to see the tangible and the intangible benefits that they can get through the opportunity. Now, we know that most people are promoting the tangible gain in the industry, which have got nothing wrong. But frankly, for those who are able to last a lifetime in this business are normally people who strike the balance in between the tangible gains and the intangible benefits. Okay, so that means they don't just look at what they can get tangibly, but they are also in an opportunity, what they call a career path that they can actually gain intangible, like, for example, the personal development, personal growth, and they can develop their character to become a better person through the conduct of the business, and all those things about teaching and education. Okay, so that is why this is part and parcel of the Dr. Forrest Shaklee legacy. And when you follow strictly to the teaching of Dr. Forrest Shaklee teaching, you should be able to what they call relate the intangible benefits to everyone that you meet every day. And of course, one of the intangible benefits normally can come from the teaching of craftsmanship for well-being. Okay, so that's why I've been teaching it for the last 15, 20 years, and prior to that, I've been teaching it until I do it in a more systematic module about 15, 16 years ago. So ladies and gentlemen, it is so important that you get familiarized with Shaklee, you get to know more about Shaklee, because whatever I say so far, because I know so much about Shaklee, so it's easy for me to relate at any time, at different type of prospect and different category of prospect, different type of prospect or potential prospect. I have different way of approaching them because I know my stuff. That means I know Shaklee, I know the system, I know the culture that we have, I know the products, so it's easy to share. So for those of you who are very new, do not be overwhelmed by what I'm relating to you. Even though today many things that relate to you may be new if you are very new in Shaklee, then you have to start exploring by learning more, doing your homework, getting to know more about Shaklee strength, the industry strength, what we call the team strength. And now, of course, we are duplicating this same duplication business. A duplication system called the Pinnacle Success Circle. All these things you have to get familiar and attach to the activity and the teaching, and you will be there. Okay, so that's why it is important to get to know so that you can inspire all category of people to join you. So the next category are those who are already financially rich. That means these people who are already rich financially, and they may not be the one that you talk about making a lot of money and they get excited. You know, there are already people who are what they call successful in Shaklee, but they join Shaklee not because they want to make more money. They join Shaklee because they can see other strength from through Shaklee, and they can see what they can do with the Shaklee opportunity for others also. You know, so that's why those who are financially rich, you can ask about their job and business to discover their desired wants beside money. This is very important. That's why every time when you meet a prospect, instead of starting to promote and talk about Shaklee, we should always get to know them first before we move into sharing and talking to them about what we can offer. Okay, so this is what I do all the time. I will ask about their job. If they are holding a good job, you know, maybe they are CEO of a company, you know, they are general manager in an international company, or what they call a big corporation, then they may be making good money. They may have big income, but it's important that you know, so that you know whether they are now working or they are doing a business and what sort of business they are doing, you know. So you can, then after that, you can highlight Shaklee and SDFG mission and vision. You know, to people like this, you should talk more about mission and vision instead of the complaint and how to make more money. Okay. So you can actually talk about the opportunity to offer a great business career to others. You know, sometimes people, they may have somebody in mind that they want to help, but they just do not know how to help them. But if you can show them an opportunity that can be capitalized by anyone and start from scratch, then they may think of somebody, oh yeah, I think I should introduce this opportunity to who, you know. So they are more willing to be involved, you know, so that they can introduce this opportunity to people that they can help. And you can also emphasize about helping people, giving and contributing. And of course, you can always highlight the win-win opportunity. That means everybody win in Shaklee, nobody lose. It means our compensation plan is a win-win plan. We do not go around and manipulate people and make use of others for our benefit. We go around helping people, offering people an opportunity to build a lifetime career and work with them and help them to be successful so that we are successful together. So when they win, we win together. When they win, we win together. So there's no win, lose or win. It's all win-win. So highlight this thing, okay? And then of course, you can also share about the intangible benefits that Shaklee offers. So what are the intangible benefits that Shaklee can offer? When you come to intangible, it's actually something that we cannot actually relate very clearly unless they can feel it for themselves. So what I normally do is I will talk about how Dr. Forrest Shaklee started this company and what was his intention to start this company. And over the last 30 over years after Dr. Shaklee had passed, his opportunity, his legacy had to have touched and inspired so many lives positively. So this is what I'm promoting and talking about, so that they can relate it to how and what they can do. So I also tell them that I am taking the Shaklee legacy and enhancing it, you know, and use it to help more people and to leave behind a great legacy for the future generations. So you can talk about all these things so that they can identify with you, instead of they think that you just want to pull them in to get more business volume, sell more products, and so on and so forth. You know, and lately we just have a new master coordinator in Malaysia. You know, she and the husband have been very successful. Financially, they are very well off, you know, but they are still with us and they become a master coordinator, you know, because she can see that this opportunity, she can use it as an opportunity to help many, many young people that are currently out of job, maybe are not happy with what they are doing, and a lack of what you call large capital to start a big business on their own, and so on and so forth. So that's why they can see this as an opportunity that they can help these people, and they came in, and in less than 3 years, in fact only 2 years plus, they are already a master coordinator. So that's why it's important to show these people about the intangible benefits that Shaklee can offer, so that they can identify with it and they are more willing to come in to capitalize this opportunity and work with people of their choice. Okay, so highlight potential passive income from Shaklee business career. Most opportunity or most businesses out there are not offering passive income. You know, most businesses are offering active income. That means their income will be stopped or no more there when they stop doing. But in this type of business, in network marketing, especially in Shaklee, for the last 65 years, we have seen many people who have passed their income to the next generation, even though they are no more around. Okay, so that's why this is called passive income that they can actually create, you know, and leave behind to their future generation. And talk about global opportunity with Shaklee and SDFG. Now, people like this, they have big thinking. Their size of thinking is big, so we should not be talking small thing. We should talk to them or share with them about the potential global business that they can own and the global opportunity that they are now can tap on, and also touch many lives positively, not only in their local country, but also globally. You know, especially for me, I always relate to them how I have also helped many to be successful in Taiwan and many more countries to come in my next 10 years, you know. So this is what you can relate to them, so that they can identify with you and they can see the real purpose and reason why they should join you and become successful with Shaklee. Okay, so the next one is those who are having financial needs. Okay, this is a very common category. You know, common category in the sense that we know most people are lacking or not having enough money. Okay, so we always ask about their financial desire or their financial goal. You know, for example, this is a common question I ask. You know, if I meet people who always complain about not enough money, you know, who are always complaining about those loans that they have got to pay, or maybe those installment that they have got to pay on the monthly basis to those things that they have purchased, or maybe their education loan or so on and so forth. If they are complaining about all those things, then you know that they have financial needs. So you can ask about their financial goal. You know, the common question I normally ask is, say, how much do you think that you will be happy about, or you think there's enough financially, you know, for you, say 3 to 5 years from now? So 3 to 5 years from now, how much income that you are expecting to have a month, so that you think that is enough or maybe more than enough for you? Okay, so ask about this. And then emphasize Shaklee fast track income opportunity. Now, people who are in the financial needs are normally people who want it fast. So we should be talking to them about the fast track. Now, tell them about how fast they can earn income from Shaklee opportunity. You know, how they can earn 3,000 to 5,000 a month, you know, probably in the next 6 months to a year. Okay, frankly, we have many leaders who came into the Shaklee business, especially my team. I've seen many of them who start earning 3,000 to 5,000 a month in 6 months to a year. Okay, and many of them even earn more in between a year. Many of them even hit 5-figure income monthly. That means more than 10,000 income a month after a year or in between a year. So all these things can be done and you have to tell them some success story, show them how people have achieved it and how they can do it too. Okay, and of course, emphasize about the long-term financial solution and achieving financial freedom through a 50K project. So this is the place you can mention about the 50K project, but do not go into illustration of the 50K project. Just tell them that there is a project that we guarantee that you will earn 50,000 or more a month if you put in your hard work and consistent effort, and you are promised to earn this kind of income in the next 5 years or in between 3 to 5 years. Okay, if you are fast, but if you are slow, definitely in between 10 years, you still earn income of more than 50,000 a month. Okay, so you have to emphasize the long-term financial solution instead of the short-term, the short-term temporary solution that they may be thinking of, like for example, doing part-time and earn some extra money here and there, or maybe start a small business and earn some active income. So you can show them how they can actually solve their financial problems for long term by building this business or taking this as a lifetime career through building this business and through a strategy or a project called the 50K project. Okay, and focus on promoting tangible benefits from Shaklee. Now, to this category of people, you may not want to emphasize so much on the intangible yet. You can talk about the intangible benefit when they're already in the business. But the main attraction to them is always the tangible benefit from Shaklee. So talk about the income opportunity, talk about the what you call free holidays and so on and so forth about the tangible benefit from Shaklee. And then invite them to attend all SDFG core activities for fast-track growth and success. So you must emphasize that they actually adopt and attach, to the system and the core activity in the system, so that they can actually grow fast instead of just thinking of how they want to do it on their way or at their own way, or how they want to recreate and reinvent the view of building the business. So show them that a proven track record of success of people who attach and actually duplicate the system that we have been duplicating for the last 32 years. Okay, and of course, the next category are those who are business owner. Now, people who are already business owner, ask about the nature of their business and how long in business. Okay, and find opportunity to give compliments. When you talk to people, you see, these are all called communication. If you communicate with people and people feel comfortable talking and communicating with you, chances are they will open up to explore what you want to offer. Okay, so that's why do not rush into sharing. Do not talk about, hey, I have a great business here. You should come and do it or explore, because you're already in business. You should be you will like the business that I'm going to offer to you. Don't talk like this. Instead, ask about the nature of their business, get to know their business, and ask them how long they've been in business, and find opportunity to compliment them. For example, in my team, I've got many business owners. I have got people who are running their own company. I have people who are running their own clinic. They are a medical doctor. I've got people who are operating an optical shop, and I've got people who operate a mini market, and so on and so forth. So people for all walks of life, they are already in business. But if you ask about their business, they will be so happy to tell you more about their business, because people like to be asked. People like people to be interested in them. So when I ask, I show interest in them. So when you show interest in them, then later when you share, they will show interest in what you are going to share. And better still, if you can find opportunity to compliment them. For example, if they say, oh, I've been in business, in this business for the last 25 years. You say, wow, I'm sure you're doing very well. Otherwise you wouldn't last for 25 years. and I believe you may have expanded your business, not only at one location, maybe you're already having it a few or many locations, so compliment them, compliment them. And probably you can even say, oh, I believe you have made tons of money, a lot of money through this business, something like this. Okay, and ask if they are open to explore to another business opportunity. So instead of inviting them to explore and tell them there's an opportunity to explore, you ask them, by the way, I know you're doing very well in your business, and are you still open to explore another business opportunity? Now, I can tell you this, most of them will say, why not? You know why? Because people who are already in business are people who don't mind to have another business. So business owners are very open-minded. Business owners are very open for business concept and business opportunity. Even though they may not be immediately committing, but they don't mind having a look at it. So that is why you ask, and you will normally have a why not or yes. Okay. All right. Emphasize on our crisis-proof Shaklee business opportunity. You can actually emphasize about, especially at this point of time, you can see many businesses are impacted, by the crisis that we are facing, which is very obviously we know is the pandemic, and many businesses have closed down, even a very big and established business before have also closed down. So you can emphasize and tell them that Shaklee have been around for the last 65 years, and for the last 65 years, we have gone through many rounds of world economic crisis, but Shaklee have grown through all those crises, yes, by offering an opportunity to anyone who want to build a lifetime career. Okay, so you can emphasize on that. And of course, you can also emphasize perpetual passive income opportunity, and you can talk about the power of leveraging on team efforts. Okay, now people who are in a conventional business, their leverage will be more on their employee, but here you don't pay people to leverage on them, but you actually leverage on them to build something together. So there is a big difference here. So that you might want to talk to them about the strength of this power of leveraging on the team effort. If they say that they are busy with their own business, they may not have time to do Shaklee. You tell them, by the way, even though you are very busy, but you still can build a decent business with Shaklee, or even a large business with Shaklee, because you will in this business you will never do it alone. We all work as a team. You may have limited time, but you can still find time to talk to people. And those people who join your team, they may have time to build the business, or those who are in it, they may see the opportunity and they may even want to go full-time in it. So you can actually leverage on the team effort to still build your business together. Okay, so you can talk about that. And of course, you can highlight the 4 Ps that I used to talk about. The company philosophy, the products, the compensation plan, the people. And when we talk about the people, we always talk about the team, the SDFG. So that's why it is important to have a team that really have the system, the culture, and the people will see the difference, and people will see the hope and the future when they associate with you. So I have proven it for the last 32 years. Whoever who join my team, a Dynamic Family Global, they are guaranteed going to be successful if they follow exactly what we suggest to them and work on it. That means nobody fail unless they don't want to follow, unless they give up. Okay? Because we have all the very comprehensive coaching, teaching, training, system, and team, what they call activities, and they can actually leverage on the strength of the success of SDFG to become very successful and become successful easily. That means there are so many things that they can leverage on from the success of this team called Shaklee Dynamic Family Global. So you can highlight the 4 Ps, which is the company philosophy, which is Shaklee, the products, the plan, and the opportunity relayed by SDFG. And then invite them to explore through the SDFG core activities. Now that we have regular activities, like I heard just now, there is this every Tuesday, Roland weekly meetings, and I think there is this monthly session that I'm going to do with you all. And then also, I think Dick, Pam, and also Chris, and also Dick, they are having weekly meeting for their team. So these are the business model that you can actually duplicate. Learn to conduct regular activity for your team, so that your team can leverage on your activities, to invite people to join, to invite people to explore. So for my team, it's so easy. Every time when they have a prospect, they always have activity to invite them to attend, because we already have it ready and running for the last 32 years for anyone who want to leverage on the activities. Okay, so those who are underemployment, that means those who are now currently working, So highlight the opportunity to become business owner and partnering with Shackley and SDFG. So those who are underemployment, you say, hey, beside having a good job, why don't you explore, an opportunity, that then you can build and grow very big, and of course, you are actually invite them to become a business owner and partnering with you and also Shackley. Now, emphasize income, passive income, and financial freedom with Shackley business career opportunity. So talk about the potential fast-track income, talk about the potential passive income, and talk about the potential financial freedom opportunity with the Shackley career. And highlight the 3 C's, the cash, the cars, the conventions, the free 5 stars, holidays, So these are some of the, you see, people who are under employment are normally people who are probably lacking of cash, may not be driving a luxurious car yet, and they may not have free holidays, or they may not even have holidays because they are only making what they call end meets. That means they only have enough money to make end meets. That means they may not have extra money for planning for holidays. So all this, it should be highlighted in this opportunity to this category of people. And talk about unlimited income opportunity through the 50K project. So this is a time also you can mention the 50K project, but do not go into the detail of the project yet. Mention to arouse their interest, to arouse their curiosity to explore. Okay? All right. And then talk about good retirement plan if they are near retirement age. Okay? If you are talking to people who are at their mid-40s, early 50s, you can actually mention about a good retirement plan. They can actually work on something that prepare for their retirement from their job. Okay? And of course, you can also encourage them to invite their children to explore Shackley opportunity. Now, people who are already at the retirement age normally have got their children, or I would say grown-up children. Probably their children are at their early 20s or maybe mid-20s. So these are the group of the people or the category of people that we are really excited to bring them in, because we know they are going to be the future of Shackley. Okay, so that's why I've got this club called the YEC, Young Entrepreneur Club. Young Entrepreneur Club. That means I have a club that is for those who are 40 and below, so that they feel the sense of belonging. That means that I want them to know that I am putting a lot of weightage on them. And I'm putting attention on developing and helping to grow their business. So young people, they like to have their group of people. So if they know there are a lot of young people together, they are more willing to actually come and attach, to grow. Instead of they think, oh, maybe this business is not for me, it's for the seniors or for my mom age or whatsoever. So that's why when you talk to people who are at the retirement age, you can also talk about their children, ask to invite their children to explore as well. And then invite them to explore again through the checklist, SDFG core activities. So you can see all those things that I mentioned just now are more on the pre-invitation. So the last point is always invitation. Okay. Now, the next one is those who are having physical health challenge. I'm sure you're going to meet many like this, who have physical health challenge, maybe currently they are not healthy, they are on medication, and so on and so forth. And of course, you can understand the health situation by asking questions. So that means don't move into telling them about the opportunity first. People at this category, they are more concerned about their health. So please do not just bang on the opportunity, even though I say you should be opportunity oriented. Now, when I say you should be opportunity oriented, that doesn't mean that you have got to start with opportunity if you are meeting people who have health challenge. You can always go and fulfill their needs first. Talk about what they need to know first, then you share about the opportunity later. So that's why understanding the health situation and ask question is very, very important. And of course, then you go through with them the 90 days program health checklist. Now, in my team, I've got this thing, the health checklist, So I always go through with them so that I can share with them about total health, total wellness instead of sickness oriented. You see, it is very important that even though they share with us their health challenge, we should not be sickness oriented. We should not be immediately saying, oh, if you have diabetics, you should be taking this, it will be very helpful. Or if you have heart problem, you should be taking this. Then they will actually relate Shaklee to their health challenge. They didn't see Shaklee product as a product for supplement and for total wellness. So should not be misleading them. Okay, so that's why I normally go through with them this checklist so that I can educate to them about health, and then I will talk about what are the products that will be very helpful for the health challenge that they're already having. Okay, so you can talk about the importance of nutrition. You can talk about what they call to be healthy. They need these 4 factors that I used to relate all the time in my sharing. Have enough rest, a positive mental attitude, the right nutrition, and the exercise. And suggest to them the Shaklee nutrition supplements and share related testimonials, show testimonial pictures. So it is important, you must always have some testimonial pictures in your cell phone so that you can at any time pull out those related testimonials and show them. How these people, like for example, if people who are very overweight and who want to slim down, then you might want to show them the before and after photo about people who have slimmed down with Shaklee slimming programs or Shaklee products. And those who have other health challenges, probably the testimonial that you already have from people, that you served before, then you can talk to them. Okay? All right. And then highlight the Shaklee difference. You can talk about the landmark study, why Shaklee is so different. And then you can emphasize to them Shaklee provides 2 aspects of health, which is physical health and financial health. So that means that as you are going through all the health aspect, the physical health aspect, you finally still end out by inviting them not just to look at the physical health aspect, but also the financial health that Shaklee can offer. And then, of course, you invite them to explore Shaklee opportunity again through the Shaklee SDFG core activities. Okay, so now the next one is called those who are purpose oriented. This category of people are people who may not be so benefit oriented anymore. They are already successful, well-to-do. They are somebody, but please don't discount this category of people. Sometimes we always think that this opportunity are not for these people, but we may be deliberately wrong, because I have many of these people who are already established, successful, own businesses, financially well off, they own what they want to own, they have properties everywhere, and yet they join my team because they can see the purpose of joining it. Okay, so that's why we share about Dr. Shackley and Roger Barnett vision and mission. This is very important. These type of people don't talk about money making, don't talk about what they call buying and earning more money, buying more things. We should be talking about the mission of helping people and the vision of leaving something behind for the future generations. Normally I will also talk about the dynamic family global vision and mission, which I've relayed to you all in the August 8th, what they call workshop. I talk about casting and articulating your vision and mission. Okay, and talk about the opportunity to help others. Opportunity to help others to experience optimum health through Shackley supplements and achieve financial freedom through Shackley business opportunity. Okay, talk about opportunity to help others. See, emphasize how they can help others to experience optimum health through the Shackley supplement, and also how they can help others to achieve financial freedom through Shackley business opportunity. So you see, if you tell them if you talk about helping people, they are more willing to look at it. Instead of you say, oh, you can make more money with Shackley, maybe that may not what they call excite them or inspire them, because to them is, I may not be Shackley, but I already make a lot of money. You see or not? So that's why it is so important that you talk about helping others, offering opportunity to others. And then you can also highlight the Shackley Cares charitable project. I'm sure all of you also know that we have this thing called the Shackley Cares, and what they call a project that we always have some fun, to help the needies and so on and so forth. I don't know whether it is still highlighted in Shackley North America, but in Malaysia, we are talking about it. Okay, so talk about how Shackley business can enhance personal economy and also country economy. Okay, so you see, you can actually give them a bigger picture about what they can contribute even to the country economy by helping many personal economy to be successful. So when you are able to help many personal economy success, then the country economy will be successful. So frankly, Shackley is one of the great contributor to the country economy as well, especially in Malaysia in this economic crisis time, when Shackley have made more personal economy, more people economy wealthy and healthy, and the country economy will become better. So these are the things that you want to highlight to them, that they can actually do more than just to one individual, a few individual or themselves, but they can even contribute to the country economy and the future. Okay, and of course invite them to explore and experience it themselves through the SDFG core activity. So you have relayed to them so much thing. You have relayed to them about the vision and the mission of Shackley, the vision and mission of your team, SDFG. You have also relayed to them how the opportunity can help people to have financial health. You talk about charitable things from Shackley. So they come to your meeting, come to your seminars or activity, they can actually explore and feel it for themselves, experience it for themselves, or whatever you say is whatever you have been practicing. So that's why it is important that we must have very consistent thing that we talk about. Like for example, in my team, the whole team is talking about the same thing. That's why when people come to our meeting, they listen to the same thing all the time, whether from my mouth or from anybody else that they relate to in the meeting center, or even through conversation on one-on-one with other people, with other leaders in the SDFG. So that's why you see, they will start to see, wow, which is very true. Not only KSO is talking about it, but the whole team is actually talking about the same thing. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, my beloved business partners in North America, so I believe you have learned something from my session. I call it Mastering the Psychology of Inviting in Shackley. And you will definitely have the continuous growth in future. Okay, and I have actually run through it very quickly. To me, this is called a very brief session. because I just want to highlight to you what are those things that you can cover. But after today, I suggest that you explore further by knowing what you have to know so that you can actually relate in a very effective manner when you talk to all category of prospect. Okay, so with this, I like to wish you all the best, and I will definitely look forward to see you for the next month session where I'm going to relate to you another topic on another aspect of the business. Okay, so I hand over the floor back to Presidential Master Caroline.
Okay, so thank you so very much. You know what's beautiful about this is I don't believe I've ever broken it down into those various sections before. And I think that's so powerful because it is a completely different invitation to make to someone. And that begins by our being aware of where the other person is. So we can't just go and give an introduction. Our first job is to be aware of where they are. And it's going to be a different kind of a presentation, even though the whole picture of Shaklee is what we have to offer. So I think that is just, it's brilliant the way you've broken it down, and I thank you. Would you just give for 1 minute, I know there's a question of if you would explain the initial.
No problem. I'm ready for question.
Oh my goodness, okay, all right. We should turn this over to Don because Don, you've got the questions available. If people do have questions, okay, so it's nice enough to offer, put them in the Q&A and the lower box rather than in the chat because we won't see that. We won't see it in the chat. So put it in the Q&A and Dr. Queso is willing to answer a couple of questions.
So I'm going to start out with a question for everybody in the audience because I personally have taken 3 pages of notes, Queso, as you went through this. And I wonder, does anybody have more than 3 pages of notes at this point?
you are a good student.
6 says Sue, 4 says Faggy. Yes, my brain is full, says Martha. Wonderful, wonderful material, Queso. Thank you so much. It was really good. I do have a couple of questions, but I want to get some feedback. And yeah, I'm not at all surprised. 5 pages, 4 pages. My hand is sore from taking notes. I have about 6 pages. So yes, people were taking notes. And I should probably mention that because this will be available, you can watch it again and take more notes, you know?
This is a pretty good promotion for why someone should be a member of MC Mentors, because that's how you get the replay. Otherwise,
that's right. All right, so let me, the first question I have here is from Scott Palmer, and because it's from Scott Palmer, I have to ask this question. Otherwise, Scott won't ever talk to me again. So could you please share your SDFG vision and mission? Talk about your vision and mission for your organization.
Okay, now that have got to start from my personal. You see, I have got this personal mission, and then I actually enlarge it into the team mission and vision. So my personal mission is to serve mankind. You know, I have this mission as early as 33 years ago. So 33 years ago, even the day I met Shaklee, I've already had this in mind that in future, even before I met Shaklee, I already have this in mind that in future, what I want to do is to serve more people. But I just do not know what kind of opportunity will allow me to actually serve people at the same time gain for myself, you know. So that means I'm actually in a search of win-win, you know, that I can give, and the more I give, I can also get what I want to get and experience what I want to experience tangibly and intangibly. So I had this in mind even before I met Shaklee. So when I met Shaklee, after I read the Shaklee story, I fell in love with Dr. Forrest Shaklee because it's actually fit in very nicely to what I want to do. So actually, I have my personal mission statement called to serve mankind. To serve mankind. So when I have the personal mission to serve mankind, so when I met Shackley, I take Shackley as the path that I want to take, or the career path that I want to take, so that I can capitalize on the legacy of Dr. Shackley to serve people, So I have been doing that for the last 32 years. So that is one of the, what you call the most important thing that I started with. So that's why I started right from the beginning. I already have the right thinking and the right thoughts, and I follow exactly what Dr. Shackley have done in the past, and I want to do it for myself and for my team. Okay, and then I cast a vision for my team to be the most highly regarded organization in the Shackley world. Serving people, offering a financial opportunity and a career opportunity, and a very comprehensive training system, and also coaching for people to achieve financial freedom. So that is my vision for the last 32 years, and it still is all this while. That's why you can see that now I'm willing to serve anybody who need my service, because my mission is to serve mankind. So when I say mankind, it doesn't mean just people in my team or my downlines or where, it should be anyone for that matter. And I feel good, I feel great that I'm pursuing it, and I'm doing it now. Yeah.
You certainly are. And actually, this isn't one of the questions here, but the last time we spoke, you told us what your mission was. Every year you have a certain thing for the year. And you told us that 2021 was the year for?
Okay, so that is the yearly. That's a yearly. That's not what I mentioned to you is my life mission. Okay.
Yes, no, I understand that. But 2021, yeah. I just wanted you to reiterate that.
So every year I will have the I call it the theme of the year. The theme of the year. So this year, 2021, the theme of my year, the 2021 is a year of new masters and presidential masters. Okay, so that means that this year, my whole team, whether here or in Taiwan, is talking about becoming a new masters and presidential masters. And we are talking about it, and so many people are committing to be masters and presidential masters. And we want to build, a minimum of 20 new masters and presidential masters this year. Okay?
That's serving mankind. That's serving mankind. And I believe you will. And you know me well enough to know that I'll probably ask you in January.
You'll be surprised. I have so many of them sharing their testimonial in future about their success in 2021. Yeah,
wonderful. Would you be willing to share your health checklist that you talked about?
Oh yeah, is this one, and I can send a copy to you later.
If you send it to me, I'll post it along with the recording here, if that would be okay.
Yeah, sure. We print it in a stack of 100, so that every leaders will buy it, so that they will just use it to everybody that they talk to, to actually have a talking point about health to relate our Shackley products, And at the back, we have very brief idea about the products that we offer, So in front is a health checklist. And I've been using this for the last 32 years, by the way. It is not something new. It's what we have been using, and very effective. And we move millions of products by using this checklist.
And Dick McLean just wrote to me and said that he has a US version of this already. So I probably, Dick, if you send that to me, I'll post the US version.
Exactly, because I've already sent this to them, and I think they have done the US version.
Awesome, great. Carol asked, does your organization focus on specific target markets? You talked about 10 different target markets. Do you focus on any of them specifically or more than others?
Okay, now personally, personally, my observation for the last 32 years, I discovered that people who are from what you call 20 to 40, this age group, 20 to 40, this age group are the most dynamic age group. The age group of the people who are what they call able to really drive the business very fast and having all the energy and really what they call willing to put in all the hard work and build the business. But then this age group of people basically lack of experience and wisdom. So that is why those who are from the 40 to 60 or 70, this age group of people are I call it the wisdom group. So the wisdom group of people are very important to be in our team as well, to actually guide and to lead this young group. So my focus all the time is always bring in people who can drive the business and to make sure that I have a fair amount of people of the wisdom group, 40 to 70, who are able to actually help to guide and to lead these people. Because building this business is all about leadership. So when we talk about leadership, not necessarily a person must be what you call having a very high rank in Shackley to know about leadership. Because sometimes some people who are at the age of 40 to 70, they have already exposed to some leadership position in their life. So they are able to relate leadership much better than those very young people who are just out from the college or the varsity. So that's why my focus is to make sure that I have a fair amount of this wisdom group, and also a big group of the young generation who are driving the business. And we can actually enhance them with our wisdom. So that's why you can see in my team, I've got at least 65 to 70% of the leaders in my team are below 40. 65 to 70% are below 40, and the rest of the 30% are above 40 to 70 or even 80. Okay?
Brilliant. Sue Holdren just typed in brilliant, and I completely agree. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You'll notice, Queso, that we have picked up on the phrase of the Young Entrepreneurs Project, which is really the part of the direction that when people who have been in the business for a while actually see that there is a system for what do you do if someone says yes, then there's a system which makes it much easier to relate to people in a young entrepreneur market, because they need all the answers. So once we know that we have a system, then young people have something to come into. Exactly.
I like this, what you call views associate. The 60 to 80 is the extra wisdom group.
I saw that too.
Yeah, the extra wisdom group. Yeah, I'm in the extra wisdom group. I'm 61.
You just hit that group. You're a new member.
Yeah, I just hit that group. So I'm extra wisdom now. But I believe I'm so different. I'm even though at the extra wisdom group, but I still have the characteristic of the 20 to 40. I'm very excited. I can drive. I have all the energy.
That's what we're all duplicating.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a bunch of questions, but I'm gonna just ask you one more question.
Okay.
Because it's 9:45 here, and you've been on for so long. But I'm
okay.
Kind of curious.
I'm okay. No worry. Don't worry about me. As long as they can stay late, I'm perfectly all right.
Yeah, for you.
All right, then I'm going to ask you two more. I actually had two that I was looking at to ask you. So the last two questions, then. Okay.
Okay.
And the first one is social media. Talk a little bit about social media and how you use it. And actually, the second is part of that. So because the second one is how do you go about maintaining a funnel? So if social media is part of the answer to that, you can kind of roll both into one. but how do you keep people in your funnel, and talk a little bit about social media?
Okay, now, when I first started, of course, I don't have the opportunity to tap on the strength of the social media, which I name it high tech, you know, and then the one that we are doing all these years are called the high touch. So to me, the high touch is called the evergreen methods, and evergreen simply means that it's not going to be gone out of date. It's needed all the time, because when you deal with people, high touch is the key things, you know. And the social media is actually the complementing factor, you know. And through social media, the recruiting, the promoting the opportunity, and even what we can offer can be very fast and speedy. So I have big group of my leaders, especially the young generations. You know, they tap a lot on the strength on the social media, like the FB, the fan page. You know, even they use many other platform of what they call social media platform to promote the products and the opportunity. So, but we will always remind them, because sometimes when they get so used to just tapping on the high tech, they may forget to do the high touch aspect. So that's why my training is to keep reminding them about using the social media as a funnel for the prospect to flow in. So once the prospect flow in, then you make sure that you have to use whatever we already have here, like the system, what they call the high touch method, and all those things, to keep these people and to build with these people. So the social media should not be the everything of the business, but should be the complementing factor for the business. Yeah, and of course I also have teaching on this and training on this. You know, it may not be conducted by me; if it's conducted by my leaders who are doing well in social media. Yeah.
And I think, our great American coach just popped back in, and I was just going to thank you, but I'm going to let him do that.
Well,
Roland, you just popped in.
Wisdom. I've got a long ways to go, and I picked up there's great points throughout the presentation, but there's one that I'm going to expand on, not tonight, but on another Zoom, another time. But the tangible and intangible. What came to my mind, if people don't have a good understanding and a feeling of the intangible, then the tangible is not going to be solid. And so really understanding the philosophy, getting the feeling, which means really understanding people where they are. But anyway, it gave me some ideas, and I thought that was so valuable as a great part of one of the many things that you covered. But that intangible part of Shaklee makes us so unique in the Shaklee business, in the Shaklee world of network marketing and so on. So thank you. Great insight, great questions. I always love the questions that people have, because it just helps to explain things much better, and you do such a phenomenal job as always. So people are looking forward to seeing you in a month from now. Thank you, Queso. Great job.
All the best.
Can I
Looking
just
forward.
I want to add one final thing about the intangible. And that is really visible with us here. When 4 of us presented this past weekend, we said to them, none of us are in each other's business organization. So we're technically competitors. And that actually includes you, Queso, it includes Don, it includes, none of us are in the same lineage. And that is an extension of the Shaklee philosophy of being able to contribute to mankind. But it's also a part of the intangible, in that anyone can be a part of this. You don't have to, there is a connection, there's a community that we are, and we don't know what anybody's business organization is, and we don't care. That is extremely unusual, particularly in higher level network marketing companies. Many of them are extremely proprietary. They will not talk to anyone that's outside of their own personal team. And here we are all completely separated. So wanted to add that for our...
We are unique and we are different. And that is a Shakti difference.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, again, so thank you.
I'm so happy that I can be part of this movement to help. And I look forward to see people enjoy, growing, and achieving whatever they want to achieve, and I couldn't wait to be in person in US, to be with you all, to be part of these great activities. I believe I should be able to do that probably by next year. Okay. All right. All the best. Bye-bye.